Each clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Sacramento Miners and the Miami Dolphins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind. They just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Pull. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Pull. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the 1st drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The try here for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, end zone.
Getting the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams.
To the 43, second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. That's caught by Jackson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Miami set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Throwing on 3rd and long. Pull. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And defensively there in zone coverage there, do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Poole escaping. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Poole. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little. Maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
This is Shenault on the receiving end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it.
On third down, pull. This is caught. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Williams. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, it's the punt team sending this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Dolphins will begin. Throwing to start the drive. Pull. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, 43 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Throwing to start the drive.
Pull. Connection made with Chenault. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Pull. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Back to throw. Pull. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On first and 10. Pull. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. To throw on second down. Pull. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that end up watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 3. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the Meadowlands, an AFC East matchup between New England and the New York Jets. And it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. The Pats looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
but it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pull. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pull. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He'll find Metcalf.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
He'll take it inside the 25.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. It's caught by Jackson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hadn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Miners get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Pull over the middle. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pull. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on 1st down.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
They'll look to throw here. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
But what they're going to do now, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Miners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On target over the middle to Hill. To throw on 3rd down. Poole. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. The job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Taking it about the 36. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 8, 1:35 to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Miners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. On 3rd and 2, Poole. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this for Charles would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Dolphins, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.